Welcome to another video. In this one we're going to talk about my old man's 1977 XC Wagon. This is going to be the next project you'll see on the channel. So you're going to see this car a little bit more. So he can talk about it. I call him Raisins, don't ask me why. This is Raisins and this is his wagon. So why don't you tell us a bit about it? How long ago did you buy it?
G'day guys, bought this over COVID. Probably four years ago now, I suppose I've had it. Got all the running gear done to it. It's a six banger. All the front end's been done. King springs and Munro shocks in the front. Road Hug did the rear leaf springs. Yeah, all the bolt-ons for the motor were all recoed.
So it's pretty much all mechanically good.
Yeah, pretty much all mechanically good. We've got to get the body done now.
So as you can see, we've started doing that. We've taken the grille and the headlights off. I'm going to start with repairing the grille first, and then we're going to work our way through it. Start taking all the panels off.
And it's a desert haze. We're going to do a white roof on it. Just picked up the chrome trim at the rear to separate the desert haze from the white roof. So that'll all be done. Yeah, she's going to be one cool shaggin' wagon, I reckon, once she's done.
Agreed. And
eventually I'll get all the interior done all the mechanicals, like I said. But yeah, we'll get the body done, and then I'll get the interior retrimmed, and yeah, she'll be good goer. Looking forward to her being done. She'll look good cruising down the road, hopefully, and get rid of all that rust that they were born with. So yeah, should be good.
Sweet as. Why don't you pop the bonnet? I'll have a look at the motor.
Most of you dudes won't really like it because it's a 6-cylinder, but I don't really care what you guys like. It's a six banger with extractors. Sounds good.
Absolutely. Not every car's a GT or a Fairmont.
That's it.
Just appreciate them for what they are. That's
it. These old wagons look good with Venetians and lowered and fat tyres on them, and they can look pretty cool.
So yeah, we've spent a bit of money on it. So it's got all new hoses and belts, and yeah, all the gaskets have been changed, and new starter motor, new alternator. It's pretty good. It burns a little bit of oil, so we might have to get that looked at, but mechanically it's awesome. Just made it super reliable. It's actually got the factory dealer fitted aircon, which is pretty cool. So you can see the hoses there go down through to there, and there's a thing in the console, the factory aircon, which is a pretty rare option apparently. So it's all original under here, all original paint. A little bit of surface rust here and there, but it's pretty good for its age. Sweet. So we'll show you a bit of the interior. It definitely needs to be done, but it will be. Rome wasn't built in a day. The seat needs to be redone. Got a cool steering wheel on it. 276,000.
And all the ball joints were original. They had to be cut off, so I'm guessing the kilometres are legit on it. So came down from Sydney.
Yeah, so he bought this during COVID, and then it got trucked down, bought it sight unseen. Yeah, the owner hit a couple of little things, wasn't 100% honest about a few things, but yeah, overall it could be worse. So here's the factory Ford dealer fitted aircon. It's a pretty rare option to have this, apparently. So the console's cut off there, and that aircon's fitted up there. In the back seat's pretty nice. The door trims are pretty neat. Carpet in the back's good. Roof liner's got a couple of little holes, but we're gonna have to weld up some rust in the roof, so that's gonna have to come off anyway, and we'll replace that with a new one. A little bit of sun fade up here on the top, but we're gonna change them door trims. Maybe convert the interior to black, maybe, we're not sure. So this is for any American people that watch the channel and don't know. The tailgate on this is, well, it's heavy for starters. But this is that's the window winder on these, so that comes out like that. And then you hold it like that, and then you wind it up, and you can wind it down, which is pretty weird, having the winder on the outside of the car. But for people that don't know what this car is or anything, yeah, that's how these Falcon wagons are. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, just open it.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
So we've got a little bit of rust under here where all these wagons go. If you're into XC wagons, you know these do get a little bit rusty under here. There's a small hole in there. Yeah, and this little trim here is all rusted out. It's tech screwed on, so we have to try and find a new one of them. I think that'd be a bit hard to make, but we can repair all that. The back's pretty clean. It's got a nice mat. Cool old 70s esky that matches the car. Venetians. We've pulled some of these trims back just to suss out some rust. So that's how we actually bought it, with a nice big rust hole in there. And the guy said, no mate, no rust in this car at all. But he definitely lied, knowing full well we couldn't get there because of lockdown. But that's all right. It's nothing a MIG and a grinder won't fix. But probably one of the most disappointing parts in the car is probably these drip rail molds, this roof. As you can see, it's quite rusty the whole way along. So we started chiseling out all the silicone and seam sealer, and that's basically where we got to. The car's wet because it's been raining, but that's where we got to. But so we'll have to go along and pull all this silicone out and all this seam sealer, and we're gonna have to repair all this. So if you want to see how I'm going to repair all that, stick around, hit subscribe, follow along, you'll see it all. These quarter panels are pretty how you going? They're pretty hammered. I think the car's been side swiped a couple of times in its life. As you can tell by this door. But we've bought another door, so we'll paint up a new door. We'll have to repair some rust in the bottom of the doors there. The A-pillar is probably the worst part on this whole entire car. As you can see, that is absolutely toast. But what do you expect for like a 50-year-old car? They're all the same. And you're naive if you think you can find one with no rust, because it just means someone else has already cut it out. It's got 12 slitters on it. But like we were saying, it must be cheap chrome these days, because these are rusted out already. They were brand new not long ago, hey?
They were not long ago. They were smick. We're at Castlemaine swap meet today. We bought a new set of wheels, quite cheap, for 150 bucks. Pretty happy with them. I think they'll look alright on the old girl. New pair of shoes for her.
Pretty cheap, 150 bucks for these.
Yeah.
They're mint, no rust at all. So we're gonna clean these up and find a couple of center caps for them and stick them on. They'll look pretty cool.
So it's currently got cream interior. So it'd be good to get your opinion, guys. What you think Desert Haze? What's a good colour interior? We thought white interior, or I thought originally white, but I think white might be a bit too much for it. But be interested to hear your opinions and send through some photos or whatever, and of what colour interior. We're thinking black, probably the interior. I don't think I've seen any Desert Haze black interior cars around, but you get to hear your opinions.
Yeah, chuck it in the comments. What do you reckon? What do you reckon we should do with the interior? Bought these door trims at the Castlemaine's swap meet today, so there's some black ones already ready to go. Save a couple of bucks, so could use them. Or if we just decide to use a different color, we'll we'll just get new ones. But we only paid 80 bucks for that full set of door trims, so we could use them. Yeah, or not. Might go wide, or should we go tan or original? Or tell us what you reckon in the comments. So, but yeah, the rest of the car's pretty good. The plenum's nice. Car's been on the hoist. All underneath is good. I think all the inner sills are good. It's just unfortunately some body damage there from a side swipe. Some rust in the roof gutters the whole way along both sides. The A-pillar rust. Some spots. I think there's a couple of bubbles there.
Starting out in the guards, yeah.
Bit of bog there that's lifting. Yeah, the bottom of the doors.
Typical rust for these things.
Yeah, they always rust out. Have you had the exhaust done?
Yes. New exhaust put all the way through. A fairly loud sports muffler. Bit drony on about 90 or 100k, but it's all right. Yeah, pretty much all the mechanicals were done really. The diff was the only thing that probably didn't get touched. So the drive line's pretty good. As I said, the motor's probably valve stem steels, I think, probably for the motor. But we've got another motor to drop in it. I think I'll just keep her a 6, keep her original. You know, you don't have to go down the path of everyone else with a V8. So yeah,
agreed. It's just cool seeing them.
That's it.
Cool seeing them original.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with a good 6.
Yeah.
They were good back in the day. They towed everything. They did everything.
Yeah.
So we also got a new passenger door as well, because this one's also been T-boned at some point. The guard looks like it's been replaced, but they didn't replace the door. So there's quite a large gap between there, and and this door here is just absolutely hammered. Plus we've got a lot of rust and bog where that stick-on mold used to be. So we've got a new door and we've sandblasted it, but that needs a whole new lower section and the inner all repaired. But I've got that hanging in the shed ready to go. So this will be the next project on the channel. If you want to see this wagon's before and after, this is the before. We're not hiding anything. This cord is also full of bog, as you can see. Bog from the 70s probably. So a lot of paint stripping, a lot of work. Pop these windows out, all up under there. We've got surface rust. We're going to weld all these holes up and remove the roof racks, because these are not original XC wagon roof racks. As you can tell by some marks there and holes where there used to be one, but there's not anymore. So someone's done a dodgy there, I think, to make it look even for photos. Oh, that's a heavy tailgate. And they also came 2-way, so this is Falcon 500 base model, but if you had a Fairmont you could get a 2-way that would drop down and you could close it, and you could also swing it open as well, which is pretty cool. We need to find a new rear bar, because this one's got a big gap there. It's been bent, probably reversed into or something, or winched off or something, so that doesn't line up at all. So we need to find a new rear bar. If anyone's got a wagon rear bar and you're in Melbourne, hit me up. Now, probably the last thing we need to do is just probably start it up, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll start her up. We'll give her a kick in the guts and see how she goes.
Also, I forgot to mention this tailgate rust as well, now that I'm looking at it. So we're going to buy a new tailgate skin and we're going to replace that whole skin. So I'll show you guys how to replace a skin on a tailgate. Same principle for a door or a bonnet. How cool is a side pipe? So cool. As you can see, she's a bit smoky though. Something we got to either fix or drop another motor in. We've got another crossflow motor that's had some work done. Tell us what you got there, Raisins.
G'day guys, we picked up some Cleveland manifolds. A lot of you guys might be a bit disgusted by this, but we're going to cut the Ford logo out here, and we're thinking about putting them down here on the guard, cutting it out and then welding it into the take the 4.1 off and then weld the Ford into that and have Ford going across there on both sides because we've got two. So yeah, we think that might look really cool, and when it's all painted up, it's not massively big, but it should look really good. And also, while we're at the swap meet, we picked up some dudes making these Ford. It's metal, pretty thick metal. We're going to cut this out and we're going to weld this into the tailgate, guys. We're thinking maybe, yeah, Aiden's going to cut it out there and maybe put it just below the winder there, or maybe even down here, and then and have that welded into the actual tailgate. Just something totally different. We like to be different, so we think that'd look really cool with that Ford emblem welded into the rear tailgate. And once it's all painted up, it would look, well, we reckon it would look smick. Yeah, maybe down there might be better than underneath the window winder. I reckon that would look smick.
Yeah, agreed. I reckon it'll look good. Debadge the car, but also nice subtle little change that still shows it's a Ford. There's something a little bit different, but we think it's out there, not out there enough that it looks stupid. So stick around if you want to see how I do it, and we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Raisins for showing off his XC. Well, yeah, if you want to, like I said, if you want to see this car, you want to see what I do to it, you want to see what we do to it, this is going to be a bit of a DIY backyard resto. This is not a $1 million resto. It's not a $1 million car. We're just going to take an old paddock find into just a tidy cruiser to go down the road. An old Falcon 6-cylinder wagon. It's cool. Something you don't see every day, and it's not going to be a drag car. It's just going to be something cool and a great cruiser. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button. It all helps me out. You'll see this car again. Cheers.